Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. Do you ever feel a disconnect between who you are and who you truly want to be? I want to preface this episode by saying that everyone, regardless of gender, has both divine feminine and divine masculine qualities within them. However, this episode is specifically for those who are born as females in this physical reality and are struggling to embrace their divine feminine essence. This essence is what you chose to embody when you opted for a female incarnation in this life. Living authentically and with integrity means aligning with the true essence of who we are. For too long, both women and our society as a whole have resisted the divine feminine within us. The third dimensional system we live in thrives on contrast, polar energies. We learn what we want by recognizing what we don't. From this contrast, duality emerges from unity. If we consider the universe as a unified whole, its dual aspects are God and Goddess. In the physical dimension, this translates to man and woman, yin and yang. The divine feminine is like a goddess, while the divine masculine is akin to God. Divine feminine energy embodies qualities such as restoration, life, renewal, creation, birth, healing, receptivity, openness, nurturing, love, understanding, compassion, insight, intuition, wisdom, forgiveness, the moon, connection, harmony, and sensuality. Embracing your divine feminine means seeking out and connecting with these energies within yourself, allowing them to shine through. It's no wonder many of us struggle with this. In today's society, it's tough to stay open and receptive when we're constantly competing in the workplace. But our health as women depends on reconnecting with these suppressed aspects of the divine feminine and letting them flourish. Every woman is a unique expression of the divine feminine. So it's not about fitting into any predefined notion of womanhood. Instead, it's about defining what the divine feminine means to us personally and allowing that essence to manifest in our lives. This journey involves letting go of what holds back our true feminine essence and reclaiming our authentic selves. Many of us shape our lives either in defiance of traditional feminine roles or in adherence to them. Neither approach truly represents who we are. We often find ourselves either rebelling against societal expectations or conforming to them, all for the sake of acceptance and approval. We need to ask ourselves, is there any part of traditional gender roles that we genuinely enjoy? For instance, do we like wearing high heels or makeup because we love the creative image we present? Or do we do it because we feel we have to as women? Do we appreciate a man being a provider because it's enjoyable to be cared for? Or do we accept it because we doubt our own capabilities? By exploring these questions, we can better understand and embrace our true feminine identity, allowing our divine feminine energy to flow freely and authentically. The answer to how we connect with our divine feminine will vary for each woman. We need to ask ourselves if our feelings come from a positive emotional space or a negative one. For example, I stopped wearing makeup a while ago because I felt frustrated with the cosmetics industry and its impact on self-image. First, let's acknowledge that everyone has both divine feminine and masculine energies within them. However, this message is specifically for those born as females who are resisting their divine feminine essence and wish to align more closely with it. This feminine essence is something we chose to embody when we incarnated in a female body in this life. Living authentically and with integrity means aligning with who we truly are. For too long, we as women and as a society have resisted the divine feminine within us. Our third dimensional world is based on contrast. Understanding what we don't want helps us identify what we do want. This contrast creates duality from unity. In the broader view of the universe, unity includes God and Goddess, man and woman, yin and yang. The divine feminine, akin to the goddess, encompasses qualities such as restoration, life, renewal, creation, birth, healing, receptivity, openness, nurturing, love, understanding, compassion, insight, intuition, wisdom, forgiveness, the moon, connection, harmony, and sensuality. Embracing your divine feminine means recognizing and connecting with these energies within yourself and letting them flourish in your life. Embracing your divine feminine essence involves exploring and connecting with these energies, the very qualities that define the divine feminine within each of us, and allowing them to shine through. It's understandable why many of us haven't fully embraced this journey. In today's fast-paced society, especially when competing in professional environments, cultivating a sense of open receptivity can be challenging for women. Yet, our well-being hinges on reconnecting with these suppressed aspects of the divine feminine and giving them space to express our true selves. Each woman's path to womanhood is unique, making it unnecessary to conform to any predetermined archetype of femininity. Instead, the focus should be on defining what it means for us personally to embody the divine feminine and letting that authenticity flow into our lives. This process involves shedding barriers that stifle our true feminine essence, allowing us to reclaim our genuine selves. Many of us have constructed our lives and self-image either in defiance of or adherence to traditional notions of femininity. However, neither path truly reflects our authentic selves or allows us to fully be who we are. Rather than conforming to societal expectations or rebelling against them for the sake of acceptance, we should consider what aspects of traditional gender roles genuinely resonate with us. For instance, do we embrace wearing high heels or makeup because it enhances our unique expression and creativity? Or do we feel pressured to do so to fit a societal standard of femininity? By honestly exploring these questions, we can better align with our true feminine identity and live more authentically. Do we appreciate a man being a provider because it's fulfilling to feel loved and supported in meeting our needs? Or do we lean on him out of a sense of inadequacy? Every woman's response varies, and it's crucial to assess whether our answer comes from a positive or negative emotional space. Let me share a personal experience. I stopped wearing makeup some time ago because I grew frustrated with cosmetic companies suggesting that women aren't naturally good enough when they wake up. It bothered me that men could simply get ready in minutes, while we often feel pressured to perfect our appearance before stepping out. This frustration led me to abandon makeup altogether. Then, I questioned whether my choice stemmed from a lack of happiness with it or from strong resistance. Understanding the universe, I realized that resistance blocks our true selves. You can't be genuinely happy while resisting something. So, I delved into my feelings about makeup. What did I discover? I actually love it. I'm an artist at heart. I enjoy the creativity of highlighting what I want to express. Makeup lets me choose how I present myself to the world, like painting on a canvas. Now, I apply makeup from a place of pure enjoyment, not from feeling inadequate without it. This personal empowerment is why wearing makeup feels right for me, even though it might not be the same for every woman. For me, embracing the traditional role of wearing makeup enhances my sense of empowerment, rather than making me feel powerless to societal pressures. Another woman might ask the same question and decide differently based on what feels authentic to her. Here's another story from my life. I grew up with a mother who was a passionate feminist, shaped by the 1960s women's rights movement. Ironically, she resisted her own femininity while advocating for it, She dressed in traditionally masculine clothes and publicly protested by burning bras, an outward rebellion against traditional femininity. It's no surprise, then, that she raised a daughter who loves lipstick, push-up bras, and high heels. But what did this upbringing mean for me? From a young age, my wardrobe and toys were devoid of anything pink. I learned early on that pink symbolized girlishness, which my mother saw as synonymous with powerlessness, weakness, and even complicity in male dominance. I internalized this message, viewing women who embraced pink as inferior and a disgrace to our gender. I rejected pink vehemently. However, during therapy some years ago, I was asked to visualize a color that felt safe to me, and pink kept appearing in my mind. This prompted me to challenge my beliefs about pink. To my surprise, I discovered that I actually love pink. It's now one of my favorite colors and makes me feel secure. My resistance to pink wasn't about the color itself, but about the negative associations I had attached to it. I had rejected a part of my femininity because of these perceptions. Embracing the divine feminine, for me, meant embracing pink. In life, if we truly want to live happily, we must examine and discard beliefs and practices that don't contribute positively to our well-being. In the journey of embracing our own divine feminine nature, some of us will embrace traditionally feminine things, while others will discard them. The key in embracing our femininity is to take the time as individuals, not as representatives of our gender, to decide what resonates with us and what doesn't, what brings us personal happiness and what doesn't. We shouldn't feel compelled to discard beliefs or practices just because others have chosen differently. It's essential to be honest with ourselves about what truly works for us. Here are some suggestions to help tap into your divine feminine essence. First and foremost, embrace creation. The essence of the divine feminine is rooted in creation. As women, we bring life into the world. To connect with your own divine feminine, allow yourself to engage in acts of creation. Art is a powerful avenue for this expression. Whether it's through painting, collage, dance, or any other form, each art form offers a unique way to express yourself creatively. There are no limits to how you can create. If you feel blocked in expressing your creativity through art, I recommend exploring The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This book is crafted specifically to guide those who may not naturally gravitate towards art, helping to unlock your creative potential and allow that creative energy to flow freely into your life. Another powerful suggestion is to collaborate and come together as women. Gathering in groups is incredibly healing for expressing the essence of the divine feminine. Join or create gatherings specifically for women, where the focus is on healing and embracing your feminine essence. Explore what it means to embody womanhood together. This practice has ancient roots found in many cultures. The essence of women uniting to allow their feminine energy to flourish is at the heart of movements like the Red Tent. Personally, I love hosting women's groups at my home. We often begin with a meditation focused on our wombs. Through deep breathing and centering our minds, we visualize ourselves within our own wombs, exploring how we feel and addressing any questions we have. This meditation allows us to treat our wombs as unique entities, understanding their needs and releasing any negative memories. You can organize discussions around various feminine topics, such as menstruation, motherhood, or anything else that resonates with the group. The power of women opening up to each other about their experiences of womanhood is truly transformative. There's no prescribed way to do this. All you need is a space where women can gather authentically. When women come together, the energy naturally flows towards healing and empowerment. I do want to mention a point here. Typically, women's groups have a no guys allowed rule. However, it's important to recognize that exclusion goes against the inclusive nature of the divine feminine. True divine feminine energy embraces inclusion and understands that separating the sexes can perpetuate misunderstandings. So, I'm not suggesting that you should only have women's groups. In fact, if men are interested in participating, that's great. It indicates they're comfortable with the divine feminine, which can make it easier for you to express your own around them. I simply recommend gathering as women because it can be incredibly healing for connecting with your divine feminine essence. Other women can offer support in this journey and help you align with your true feminine self. It often feels challenging for many women to fully express their divine femininity in the presence of men. This isn't natural. It stems from societal teachings that encourage women to suppress their femininity out of embarrassment or shame. However, having open-minded and curious men at these gatherings can actually be beneficial. It can help us women realize that we can express our divine feminine energy around men too. It's like a process of rediscovery. Moreover, we often lament that men don't understand us, so this is an opportunity to bridge that gap. By opening up and allowing men to participate, we can help them better understand and appreciate the divine feminine. It's a step towards mutual understanding and growth for everyone involved. Let's delve into exploring your sensuality. The divine feminine is often described as the embodiment of beauty. So now is the time to celebrate beauty in your life. Take a moment to consider. Do your surroundings reflect sensuality? Are they visually pleasing to you? If not, it might be a good opportunity to redecorate. Surround yourself with things that delight your senses and enhance your aesthetic enjoyment. Treat yourself to simple pleasures, whether it's indulging in a luxurious bubble bath or surrounding yourself with fragrances that uplift your mood. Embrace color and create an environment that resonates with your inner beauty. Another important aspect is exploring your own sexuality. Our bodies should never be off limits to us, especially when it comes to understanding and experiencing sexual pleasure as women. This exploration is crucial not only for personal fulfillment, but also for enhancing intimacy with a partner. If you feel disconnected from this aspect of your life, I recommend reading Getting Off by Jamie Waxman. This book offers valuable insights into self-pleasure and can contribute to releasing stress-relieving chemicals and balancing hormones. Moving forward, it's also beneficial to explore, question, and heal your beliefs and feelings about motherhood, regardless of whether you plan to have children. Many of us carry complex and sometimes unhealthy ideas about motherhood. Some resist the idea altogether, while others feel pressured to see it as their sole purpose and source of significance. Both extremes can impact our well-being, both as individuals and potentially as future mothers. It's essential to cultivate a healthy mindset around motherhood, grounded in personal choice and self-worth, rather than societal expectations. This journey of exploration and healing can lead to greater personal fulfillment and healthier relationships, whether or not motherhood is part of your path. Your first encounter with the divine feminine often begins with your relationship with your mother. If there are any unresolved issues with your mother, it can create resistance to embracing your own feminine essence. Part of your journey towards embodying the divine feminine involves examining and healing that relationship within yourself. This can feel like a daunting task for some of us, but it's important to remember that this doesn't necessarily require physical reconnection with your mother or becoming best friends. She doesn't even need to be alive. What it does mean is mentally distancing yourself from her influence, shedding the damaging ideas she may have passed on, and forgiving her for any harmful perceptions so that you can liberate yourself. By freeing ourselves mentally from our mother's influence, we empower ourselves to fully embrace who we choose to be. Only then can we make peace with our mothers, and it's through this reconciliation that we can authentically embody the divine feminine within us. Next, examine your current perspective on womanhood. Consider how womanhood was viewed in your family and within the broader society you grew up in. It's crucial to scrutinize the gender roles prevalent in your society, as they profoundly shape our understanding of femininity, often influencing us in ways that may hinder our true expression. What does it mean to be female in your society? This definition can vary even within the same country. For instance, in America, traditional female roles often encompass wearing makeup, high heels, managing birth control, concealing menstruation with tampons or pads, dressing in dresses, wearing bras, maintaining shaved legs and armpits, marrying, raising children, cooking, cleaning, exhibiting kindness and nurturing, avoiding financial management, foregoing careers, maintaining virtue through self-sacrifice, shopping, decorating the home, and leaving heavy lifting or manual labor to men. Reflect on which of these roles resonate with you and bring you joy, and which ones you find stifling or suppressive to your divine feminine essence. This introspection is key to aligning your beliefs and practices with your authentic self-expression. Let me share a story about my neighbor who lives next door. She's a stay-at-home mom raising 2 sons on our street. I have to admit, she's become a bit of a challenge for me because she absolutely adores being a mother. It seems like every time I glance out the window, she's happily strolling down the street with her kids, eagerly waiting for them to return from school, or baking and sharing cookies with everyone in the neighborhood. Whenever she interacts with me, it tends to magnify my own feelings of inadequacy as a mother. I often feel like I'm falling short because I don't experience the same level of joy staying at home with my children. For the longest time, this comparison made me feel incredibly inadequate. Each encounter with her seemed to deepen my self-doubt. But then, I decided to sit down and ask myself a crucial question. Do I genuinely want to live the life she's living? Or do I envy her because I feel societal pressure to embrace motherhood in the same way, even though it doesn't bring me happiness? The truth was, staying at home with my children was making me deeply unhappy. My true passion lies in pursuing my worldly goals. I adore my son more than anything, but the idea of being the primary caregiver at home while my partner works feels stifling to me, like a form of confinement. For me, embracing my divine feminine doesn't involve staying at home as the primary caregiver while my partner works. That arrangement may resonate deeply with my neighbor as an expression of her divine feminine, but it doesn't diminish my role as a mother because I choose to raise my child differently. I approach motherhood in my own unique way. The essence of the divine feminine manifests differently within me compared to her. Staying home to raise children feels confining to me, whereas, despite what podiatrists might say, I find joy in wearing high heels. They make me feel graceful and beautifully highlight my divine feminine essence, so I wear them proudly. Speaking of alignment with the divine feminine, you'll discover aspects where you feel perfectly aligned and others where you may feel disconnected. For instance, I've found deep alignment with sensuality as part of my divine feminine expression. It's an area where I've healed and fully embraced, which reflects in the vibrant energy you sense in my videos and presence. However, I acknowledge that I still have healing to do regarding the divine feminine in motherhood. For me, allowing my divine feminine to fully express itself involves embarking on a journey of healing and growth in this area. Connect with your intuition. This means tuning into your emotions. A woman who relies solely on logic often finds herself disconnected from her divine, feminine essence. Womanhood thrives in receptivity, a state of being open and unguarded. It's about not building walls, but embracing profound openness, even to dimensions beyond the physical. Ask yourself, do I shut people out? If you notice yourself withdrawing, building walls, or escaping, you may not be fully embracing your divine feminine. Embrace openness, love, compassion, and gentleness towards both the world and yourself. In today's fast-paced society, we often push ourselves relentlessly, leaving little room for these essential qualities. This lifestyle takes a toll on our health and well-being, contributing to issues like breast cancer. Engaging in spiritual practices can help you reconnect with these divine feminine qualities. If you're watching this video, you've already embarked on this journey of self-discovery and healing. So, I encourage you to pick 3 changes each week that can help these traits and qualities blossom in your life. For instance, you might commit to calling a friend once a week with the intention of truly listening, offering compassion and understanding without judgment. Another idea could be writing affirmations on notes and leaving them in random places. A beautiful way to spread divine feminine energy and uplift others' spirits. Or perhaps prioritize doing something kind for yourself daily. Whether it's treating yourself to a pedicure, buying something you've always wanted, or allowing yourself to rest instead of pushing through a project. Trust yourself to know what feels right for you. Deep down, you already know how to allow the divine feminine to shine through in your life. It's been seeking expression all along, knocking at your door. Consider incorporating meditations designed to connect you with the divine feminine. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, so feel free to create your own or explore the vast array available online. Guided meditations can be particularly effective, offering diverse perspectives and techniques. Just search Divine Feminine Meditation on YouTube to discover a wealth of options. My advice? Try any or all of them. You might just find the perfect fit for your journey of connection and growth. Examine any resistance you may have towards aspects of femininity on spiritual, mental, physical, or societal levels. Resistance often manifests as negative emotions. Do you feel resistance towards your menstrual cycle, natural childbirth, being a wife, your own body, including your breasts, wearing dresses or makeup, being open with others? If you sense resistance in any area associated with femininity, it indicates something blocking the expression of your divine feminine essence. To address this, explore your core beliefs underlying these resistances and work on releasing them. Embracing the divine feminine involves letting go of these barriers. For instance, expressing the divine feminine doesn't necessarily mean wearing dresses, but if you resist them, you hinder the free expression of your femininity. Healing these negative emotions related to femininity is crucial to liberating your inner female essence. The divine feminine isn't something you need to create. It's already intrinsic to your being if you've chosen to embody female form in this life. While there may be exceptions, most of us incarnate with the intention of embodying and expressing the divine feminine in our own unique ways. The reason I emphasize that you don't need to cultivate the divine feminine is because it's not an arduous process. The essence of the divine feminine is inherently within you, like a light behind a window, always present. Imagine this light is always shining. It's just that sometimes thoughts and actions can block it. All we really need to do is clear away those thoughts and actions that hinder the expression of our divine feminine essence through our daily lives. In simpler terms, as we release what obscures our true feminine essence, it naturally shines through. To complement this journey into the divine feminine, I recently read a book that greatly impacted me called Womanhood by Alisa Vitti. It's an amazing read, though I don't agree with every part of it. Most of it really opened my eyes. It made me realize how much resistance I had been holding towards aspects of my own femininity for years. Like I mentioned in my last video, I used to think some aspects of being female were just burdens we had to bear. This book challenged that belief and changed my perspective significantly, which is rare for me with books. I highly recommend Womanhood to any women out there. It offers valuable insights into navigating modern complexities and aligning with what it means to be a woman, promoting overall health and well-being. Understanding this is crucial, especially from my perspective as a medical intuitive. Many of the challenges women face stem from our delicate biochemistry being thrown off balance, particularly our hormones. Hormonal imbalances are incredibly common among women today. Womanhood offers valuable insights into how to live in a way that supports hormonal balance naturally, rather than just masking symptoms. Let's be honest, constantly suppressing our true essence in life is exhausting. It's time to embrace and express our divine feminine instead of stifling it. Personally, I'm all for stepping into this journey of self-expression and healing. I'm ready for it, and I believe many of you are too. If this video resonated with you, and you crave more, interact with the content, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Share these words with anyone who might find comfort and inspiration. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, consider showing your support with a super thanks. It truly helps the channel thrive. And don't forget to subscribe for future updates and more insightful content. Thank you all for joining me on this voyage of discovery and personal growth. Until we meet again, may you embrace courage, clarity, and unwavering faith in the beautiful path that awaits you.